Good morning, my love. I skipped working out yesterday, Friday, Thursday. I don't remember Wednesday, but I'm headed to the gym now. Boop, boop, boop. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna go. It's gonna be like all the other days this week. I'm gonna end up just not going. Come back, put together your video, Christina's video. The rest of the day, I'm just gonna do all my homework. And honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna get it all done. I don't know that I can finish. But we'll see. We'll see. I always get it done, so if I put in the time, maybe I can do it. Okay. Ran my 6.5 to 7 miles at the Stopper bathroom break. And then showered, and now I'm gonna put together, I'll do Christina's video and then your video, and then get to schoolwork. Hey babes, so here's what I'm thinking, because I just finished my video for yesterday, and while I was editing I was thinking it's already 11:45, and for me to do all this work, so that gives me 12 hours to do this week's schoolwork. I think I'm just gonna drop this accounting class. I'll still have to take it. It'll push back my graduation, because I'll be working, and so I won't be able to do 2 classes at once anymore. Not that I do it all the time, I just do it sometimes because I can. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and tomorrow I'm gonna drop the class. I'm not trying to, quit and take the easy way out kind of thing. I think it's more responsible, one, for my GPA, because I just think because a dropped class doesn't count against you, whereas if I get a C, that's going to lower my GPA, and I don't want to barely get a C or anything. Plus, I haven't been trying at all. I've been trying for this job this week. I just think, so I won't get any GI Bill money for this one, and then I'm also not using any of my GI Bill for this one. So dropping it, there's no repercussions. It's just a scratch, if you will. So I think that's the better choice than rushing through all this work that it's not a usual thing for me to do, to leave it to the last minute like this. And this amount of work, this is one of those classes where I spend all day for several days in the chair just doing my work, only because I like to have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with no work. I think it's the better choice just because of this month. And plus, if I'm starting a new job this month, because I really think that I have a good shot with this position at Target CW, that I can just focus on starting this position and just work on, getting adjusted, and then come July, I'll pick back up on my classes. I only have 6 classes left, 6 months, and I'll be done. And so instead of being done in November, I'll be done in December. I'm very happy that it's so close. I kind of feel like I'm quitting, because it's easy to just drop a class, but I think it's kind of because of work and things. I think it's a little bit the smarter choice. And if I don't get this position at Target CW, just know that I'm gonna go back to the recruiter guy and tell him, you know what, find whatever job that you have listed that pays the most, let me interview for that, and I'll go, and then I'll just start working, because I'm really tired of not working. I physically inside my body hate it. Plus, I have it in my head, like, if I'm not working, everything I'm doing here, I could be doing in Japan, and there's no point in leaving and making things difficult between, on you and me. You have to move, spend money on that. Me moving, spending money on this. it would have all been a waste if I don't start working. And I think it'll almost be 3 months that I haven't been working, that I've been here. 3 months or 4 months since I've been here and I haven't been working, because I can go to school while I was still there in Japan. I have my friends there in Japan. There's no reason to not stay. So something's gonna happen this week. So I talked about it with Melissa about dropping the class, and she said, what do you want to get out of the class? An A? I said, yeah. And she said, well, what do you need an A for? A better GPA? Yeah. What do you need a better GPA for? I was like, I need the A for pride in my work, I guess. I'm not just taking the class just for sake of getting it done and over with. I do want to understand and do a good job and actually take something from it if I'm putting that kind of time in. And I'm not putting that kind of time in right now. That's what I'm thinking. So, look at my junior. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There, my junior. Oh, and I got the pamphlets out for, it kind of just reminds me to freaking call a travel agent, or to just at least look into taking care of our holiday setup. But I'm gonna go get toilet paper, and I think this, and tuna. Toilet paper and tuna, because I've been out. Let's check the fridge. Let's see if the freezer has room for me to... There's no room for me to even buy food, so still can't buy food. Can't buy food there, but there's room in here for lettuce and turkey, and so that's the food I have in there. And I have my seasonings, so I'm okay with some stuff. Oh, I got a couple bags of these for Mr. Roach, and then I got these things for Heller. I tried asking Heller what I could actually get him, because I know he doesn't really care about food like that. I hope he likes it. Okay, let's go to this store. So they're really tight on the parking rules here, right? And for some reason, even though I put my little thing in my window, every time I'm always like, man, I'd really like to not be towed right now. Gotta grab my bag because it has my broccoli in it. Over here at Danny's. Check it out. Danny's got his whole setup. He was gonna get a whole, what are they? TV stand? Yeah, like TV stand. Like a, big one so you can put stuff on top of it and everything. But he says like this is good. I think it's good. And then, oh, relax, Andrew. We're breaking in his new couch. We're watching The Martian. I want to say it's one of my top 10 movies that I like. I like Cardi B. I admit it. I like it. 8 o'clock. It looks like I just barely missed the sunset. There aren't many clouds, but so the rest of the night is kind of just chores and Instagram / Snapchat / YouTube video watching. It'll be a little nothingness. Kind of like the whole day I guess the biggest part of the day was deciding that I'm gonna drop my class. So these are some things, forks and whatnot, silverware that Danny got from my grandma, but he didn't like them so much, so he got his own. So let's put those there for now. And he also gave me this trash can because it was too big for him. And I got me some toilet paper. I ordered, I think 24 packets of sriracha tuna because it's actually cheaper than getting it at the mini Nexus. And then I'm trying this kind. And I had one at Danny's. It's herb and garlic, not urban. And I think it'll be better out of the fridge. And I also got only one can of these, just regular tuna, so that I can see if I can just mix it on my own to make it super tasty. And obviously some butter. I made it fit. Hopefully this still closes. And I got me a little 5-pounder. When I was at Lizzie and Lincoln's, I noticed that I would kind of just use it while I was like watching TV in their living room or just hanging out with their cats or whatever. Really just whenever they were gone. But if I'm here, I only got one because I only had one. But if I'm here watching YouTube videos and things, because I don't lift weights in the gym, I feel like, I don't know, I don't care for it. But I wouldn't mind just repetitively. Well, I can do this while I sit here. And plus, because of my sedentary lifestyle, I think if I'm, you know, like constantly moving a little bit, even while I'm sitting down, maybe my heart rate won't get so low to where my fingers are cold at like 70 degrees and things like that. So that's what I'm going with. But I see my pamphlets right here are out. I'm gonna check out what kind of New Zealand and Sydney, Australia trips are available for this December. Gate 1 travel. I'm sure they do New Zealand and Australia. Okay, well, I'll write some things down and I'll show them to you tomorrow. But I'm gonna put this together so that I can go to bed. And yeah. Good night, love. I hope you have a good week.